What's up? It's Kendrick, aka Chug Rock. What I want to talk about in this message right here is about family and how just because you have family, that don't mean they love you. Family is just your family. You know, they're not programmed like robots to love you, or hate you. It could be either or. It can go either one. So don't expect family to just love you because they are your family. That's ridiculous. Because they hear me just like anybody else that's not your family. It's not your bloodline family lineage. I don't look at it like that. I look at family just like, any other person. Just somebody that's close to you, that you really know. Other than that, I don't see too much difference, So you shouldn't hold on to older. That's my brother. That's my sister. That's my uncle. That's my nephew. That's my cousin. That's my whatever. It don't freaking matter. They can do you wrong just like a person that's not close to you. The only difference is you know them more than you know anybody out there in the streets. That's the only difference. So I don't see too much difference between your family. There's somebody that's close bonded to you and somebody that's not. Like say for instance, you are the black race, right? You come from a black family, an African family, and you know your people, right? Or maybe you don't know all your people, but your bloodline, close bloodline related to this, that's related to, that has kin, in particular bloodline. I see, look, this is how I look at it. I see it like all black people is one bloodline, a race of people. One family, a race of people. I don't look at it no other different way. So it is what it is. And y'all can argue me all you want in the comments if you comment, but I'm speaking the truth. And that's how I'm always gonna come, speaking the truth. I ain't gonna say nothing bullshit if it's not the truth. Ain't no shit gonna come out of my mouth. May I be struck down if bullshit come out of my mouth. I hope I die in my sleep if I'm talking bullshit, in my video, and I know I'm not. You heard me? So it is what it is, I speak the truth. I don't speak for unrighteousness. I speak for righteousness. I speak for righteous people that love righteousness. If I didn't love righteousness, I wouldn't be talking to y'all right now. In those previous videos I did, those past videos I did, I always been speaking righteous. It just when the full truth at first, but I always had a hunger for righteousness. So it is what it is. Isn't though I always had hunger for righteousness. You heard me? So just because your family, just because you're in a family that's close blood related, they don't mean they gonna love you, they gonna talk to you right, because you got family that kill family. So what they tell you, there's no difference between somebody that's not your family. They're a person just like the person that's not your family. They just have close blood tie to you, that's related through a lineage, to a close lineage. bond, So it ain't no more too much different. That's the only thing different. You got a close bond with these people. So I don't want to ramble too much, but I'm almost finished. But yeah, then again, like I said, don't expect family to love you just because they're your family. Expect them to love you out of just like any other person choose to love you. Family choose to love. My family don't love me because they just like anybody else. It's not my bloodline, lineage. When all races of my people bloodline lineage of me, I just my main family is just my close bloodline lineage. People that's outside my bloodline lineage, that's not considered my family. They my lineage too, but they not close relatives. That's the only difference. So expect people in your family, like you got a mother and father, etc. Expect them to treat you the same way like anybody else choose to treat you out in the streets, because you're gonna get hurt thinking it's supposed to be any difference. It's not. It's the same. You gotta look at it like that. If you look at it any kind of way, you're gonna get hurt. Peace.